Chris Hemsworth is back to thrust some 80s masculinity onto Netflix, because ideology goes out the window when there's money involved. He's kicking all kinds of ass, showing the kids of today what Gen Xers and millennials used to love about action films. Get ready for some brutality and manliness in Extraction 2. Hello there, you loose units, and welcome back to another episode of Spicy Boy Reviews. I'm, of course, your host, Andrew Iles. That's right, Extraction 2, the second installment here, directed by stuntman Sam Hargrave. He's, of course, known for directing the first Extraction film, but also is one of the hardest working stuntmen in the industry today. He's known for such films as The Avengers, The Wolverine, and Suicide Squad, just to name a bee's dick of a few. Tyler Rake, aka Chris Hemsworth, has survived his potentially fatal wounds from the first Extraction film. Because his last mission went so well, and was so well received on Netflix, we now have a franchise on our hands. We see him bounce back to health here with a somber Rocky IV montage. And he's enjoying retirement in Austria. And that's it! The end. No. Idris Elba rocks up to take an exposition dump on Chris Hemsworth's doorstep. He offers him another chance to take a mission and get back into the field. Of course, this time being another rescue mission, but not just one child, but to rescue two kids and their mother. Because you've always got to go bigger in the sequel. Turns out that there's two tyrant brothers here, who run an enormous crime syndicate and have their fingers in every pie in the country of Georgia. One of the brothers is holding his two children and his wife hostage in like a culty prison setting. So Chris Hemsworth's character, being bored shitless with retirement, accepts the mission to save this family. He covertly enters this cultish prison setting in Georgia, with the help, of course, of these badass team of brother and sister Nick and Yaz Khan. In his attempt to save this family, Chris Hemsworth ends up killing the father/husband. And then we get what looks like one continuous action sequence that does not slow the fuck down. It's John Wick-esque awesomeness here of the fight scenes and pummeling the shit out of bad guys left, right and centre. And this Aussie legend is kicking the shit out of everyone. But it doesn't stop there, because the surviving brother, Zurab, discovers that his brother has been deleted by Chris Hemsworth, and he's having none of it! So he's hot on Chrissy Boy's heels with a murderous rage. And an army of, I'm pretty sure it's the whole country of Georgia. Then we get another continuous action sequence that is all kinds of epic. This is some of the best action I've seen in a long time. This whole continuous sequence on a train will make you a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus. Apparently this whole sequence took about 4 to 6 months of rehearsals, and it bloody well shows. Anyway, about the halfway mark of the film, it seems that the whole team has gotten away here. Chris Hemsworth, Mummy Poos, her young daughter, and her son, baby Pete Davidson, who has a bag of chips on his shoulder, and Chris Hemsworth has the dip. And then we get another insanely entertaining action sequence. I love this film from start to finish. It's awesome. I love the first film. It was one of those action films that I didn't realise I needed it in my life until I saw it. And that first film did so well, we got a sequel. And thank God, because I've got to say, honestly, I think this installment is better than the first one. It's a classic dad film. Glorious violence, masculinity, and a shit ton of action. I suspect we'll be getting more entries in this franchise down the road. And it's good to see Chris Hemsworth getting his due here. Playing a character who's treated with respect. He's fierce, fearless, fucking ruthless, relentless, and there's no crappy, unfunny jokes being pushed on us. This film is a gamer's wet dream. Like I mentioned before with the sort of one continuous action sequence take, it sort of gave me vibes of Call of Duty. The film does slow down at moments when it needs to give us some sort of information, and then it ramps up again and gives us all the action we could ask for. And speaking about the action, it is absolutely superb. Like I said before, some of the best I've seen in a long time. Especially those long, continuous shots. Yes, there's probably a bit of CGI fuckery here and there to sort of make it look more seamless, but I didn't care. It looked amazing. The only shame thing about this movie is it didn't get a cinematic release. I would have loved to have seen this on the big screen, because it looks absolutely incredible. It's super cinematic. I love this film. I'll 100% absolutely watch this again. Give me more of this, Netflix. This is what you bloody need. No more race-swapping historical figures for Twitter clout. Your modern audience does not exist. The people you're pandering to don't watch movies. They're too busy cancelling people online, dyeing their hair blue, and trying to invent a billion new pronouns a day. This is 80s style action at its finest. 100% recommend Extraction 2. Do yourself a favour and bloody watch it. It's awesome, without any cheese, but all the protein. Anyway, guys, that's my review of Extraction 2. Write down below if you've seen it, if you're excited about it, and which of the two do you prefer, 1 or 2? And of course, if you made it this far into the episode, please give me a thumbs up because your love and support keeps me going because I just love movies and I assume you do as well. Of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe icon because I give out an episode weekly and I'll see you back here next week for the next review, and until then, stay spooky, kids.